Hello from Pretoria in South Africa. This is the Blue Train, one of the most luxurious trains in the world. For the next 2 days and nights, this will be our moving 5-star hotel on wheels. The cheapest tickets for a ride cost about 1,500 euros, and we're going to find out if it's worth it.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly be advised that the Blue Train is about to depart.
Hello, my name is Adrian and I'll be your butler for the journey. So each and every coach we have a double. That's basically twin beds, and then the last room will be like a double. That's where we have a bathtub. But in the twin beds we normally have the shower. The safe inside the wardrobe, right over here. So we have this tiny remote right here. It's for the blinds for the compartment. Okay. And then behind the wardrobe, we've got golden knobs for the lights. Right here. The other one is for the golden lights, the first one. You can call me basically whenever you need assistance or
When I need a drink.
anything.
Okay.
Yes.
Food.
Anytime you can give me a call, yes.
Honestly, what a lovely person, Deseng. Actually, the first butler I ever had, to be honest. But also what a lovely suite where we'll be spending the next 2 nights. And they just put a map here right in front where we'll be going. So basically starting in Pretoria now, passing through Johannesburg and going to Kimberley in the Northern Cape province. Then passing through the Karoo and the Winelands all the way down to Cape Town. Well, it's almost dinner time with a strict formal dress code, so it's time to get ready and maybe have a quick tour of the train before. So this is the observation car, one of the best parts of the train if you ask me, and I was lucky to get one of the 2 VIP seats with a wonderful view here.
We all fight for this.
Yes, the fight is still on. And the line is already getting longer.
Yeah, of course. No, it's a wonderful experience. So now you know South Africa. If you're South African, it's like on your bucket list because it's not it's not necessarily affordable in rand because we're not foreigners. We don't pay in euro and dollar and pound. So for us, it's like something on your bucket list. All South Africans want to go on a Blue Train once in your life at least.
One of the reasons was because of the special. It's so much cheaper now. Just climbing onto the train and see how it's been furnished and everything and the food and whatever. So I really enjoy it. And I think it's still something to be proud of.
But while we are enjoying the train ride, you can see that the reality for the majority of South Africans is very different, especially as we go through urban areas, seeing people still living in shacks, still living in poverty. South Africa has one of the most unequal societies in the world. And you can also see that when you look at the passengers, the majority are white, very few people of color who are on the train as passengers. And that shows you the massive challenges that South Africa still have even more than 25 years after the end of apartheid. Are we too early?
No, it's 6 o'clock.
All right,
It's fine.
Thank you. Good suggestion.
Thank you.
How many wines do you have in total?
More than 30.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it keeps on changing.
Smoked springbok carpaccio, creamy potato and leek soup, roasted venison filet, lemon meringue tarts, and cheese selection. That was really incredibly good. 5 courses, cheese platter in the end. I'm so full actually, I will not be able to finish it. And the evening is not yet over. Now comes the most exciting part. We're going over to the cigar lounge now, where Cuban cigars will be served and where we'll also be meeting the train manager. So we're now in the cigar lounge, just having a drink for now, maybe a smoke later. First we're talking to the train manager, Sia Mbambo. Sia, you've been doing this job for 6 years. What is it that you like about it?
It's very exciting. There's never a day that's like any other. There's never a dull moment. There's always challenges. So it keeps me on my toes the whole time.
The trip now is fully booked. I honestly was a bit surprised about that. So it seems the domestic market is there for such a product, if at least prices are going a bit down.
The domestic market has been a very pleasant surprise for all of us. It seems that there is a very, very good appetite for this type of product in South Africa, and we are all over the moon about it. In terms of clientele, we've changed from mainly international to mostly local at the moment.
Is it different kind of people also, or like how does that change?
It is definitely changed the character and the look and feel of the clientele. The South African people are very proud, very traditional people. They have their own very special ways of doing everything. You can tell that by the consumption in the bar. It's absolutely amazing. They are a very fun-loving nation, and they enjoy everything about every element of the Pretoria.
Morning from another beautiful part of this beautiful train after a long night with way few drinks. It was a pleasure to really sleep in this comfortable bed. There's nothing better than sleeping on a moving train. I really slept like a baby.
You are now at Kimberley Station. All the guests are getting off. They're going to get on the shuttles and go to the Kimberley mine. But just remember that the first diamond you find belongs to the train manager. Yeah?
Well, that was a great and in fact the only stop of the train in Kimberley that gave us a chance to see the former diamond mine. Now it's one more night to go before we reach our destination.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sia, your train manager. Kindly get your cameras out as we are about to go through the Hex River Valley. On the right hand side of the train is the Hex River Valley, one of the most picturesque parts of our journey.
We're now approaching the Cape Winelands, so soon we will be also in Cape Town. So at this point, the big question is, was it worth it? Well, I loved the trip, and I think for everybody who likes old trains and this old charm, you would also love it. This train has been running ever since 1946. People like Elton John and Nelson Mandela were on board, but obviously that comes at a price. There's some good news for those who do not have that deep pockets. There's an alternative. The Shosholoza passenger train runs at the same route, obviously less luxurious but affordable, and it's also a great experience. So for now I will be enjoying the remaining, well, maybe 1 or 2 hours and the wonderful scenery here. So see you on the rail.